Felder Friday edition of College Sports Now. Hope everybody's doing great. If you are listening to the show, you're probably doing better than Tripp and I, who are both playing hurt today. You'll hear Tripp in just a moment. Actually, go ahead, pot up your mic there, Tripp. We had it muted because you were hawking up a lung before the show. Let everybody know how you're feeling on a scale of 1 to 10.
I'm okay. It's not that bad. It's just a regular.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
Give me a number. Of 1 to 10, I'm a 4.
Ooh, that's you're down bad. Yeah, you're down bad. That's like when you take the kid to the pediatrician and the doctor's like, describe your pain on a scale of 1 to 10. And your kid's like, a 9.
But I mean, it's got to be below average, right? If 5 is average, I've got to be just a tick below average.
You think 5 is average?
No, 5 is ill. 10 is average. Like hopefully you feel like a 10 most days, but today you're saying you feel like a 4.
Oh no, I never get to 10. I mean, I'm gonna have to have some pills or something to get me to a 10. I'm gonna have to be like kind of halfway buzzed, maybe an Adderall in the system.
Jeez.
On the golf course, then I'm at a 10. But I would say normal, I meant 4 if a normal day is a 5. So I'm probably at
so you live your life.
I'm probably like a 6 or 7.
Bro, your scale is all out of whack. Felder's a 12. He never gets sick. His body is impenetrable. He is a fortress, and he's here to just critique me and Tripp's lifestyle and our hydration choices. I feel like I'm probably about a 6.5 or a 7. Yesterday I was down pretty bad. Definitely took some pulls on the NyQuil bottle last night. Slept tremendously. Not ashamed to admit it. And I'm back. And I'm trying to stay out of the office because I don't need to be there. We got too much stuff going on, and I can't afford to get people sick. It's all hands on deck in the month of November. Speaking of which, we will get into the full football rundown. There's no guests today. We're talking straight ball for an hour. We have the Felder Five that we need to get to here in just a bit. But I do have a programming announcement.
Yes.
A PSA, if you will, public service announcement. If you, like me, are a YouTube TV subscriber, you are about to embark on your second weekend in a row of no ESPN, no ABC, no SEC network, no ACC network, no nothing.
Yeah.
As far as Disney channels are concerned, you are about to get boned for the second straight weekend. So, a reminder that if you are in the same
kids, it's even worse.
Trust me. Yes, you're correct. 100%. It's not great. And my kids are sports obsessed, so they're like, Dad, what's this Rice team that I have to watch on FS1 or FS2? I've never heard of these guys. There is an app called the Varsity app. Okay, it's free. It's available for Apple or Google devices, Android devices. You can listen. Here's the point. You can listen to live college football games, coaches shows, basketball games, podcasts, the whole shebang for free. You can access school-specific content. You just search for your school or your favorite team. And it's also the exclusive home for the College Football Blitz, which is red zone for college football. And it streams live on the Varsity from noon until midnight Eastern time. So, again, if you're like me and you're up that creek without a paddle, there is a place where you can go to try to get a little bit of relief, and it's called the Varsity app. So, check it out. Also, again, before we get into the Felder Five, Tripp has been cooking up reels in the lab on Instagram. At College Sports Now on Instagram is where you can find the shows. Tripp, I do have a request on the reels. Can you try to edit the video in a way that doesn't make me look like I'm being held hostage in a prison camp or something? Like half the video is just me staring off into the abyss like I haven't been fed in like weeks, and they won't let me talk to my family, or that I'm being like kidnapped or something. Is there a way you can clean that up in post or no?
I'll investigate.
You have to look at the camera, Steven.
I'm trying. It's just like the reels that Tripp's pulling. It's like me staring off into space, like I'm zoning or something. And
that's because you're not used to doing television. Like
I'm not.
At me. Look at what I'm doing right now.
I'm looking
Tripp,
at you.
Clip this out. Look at what I'm looking. Where am I looking, Tripp?
Into my soul.
And keep screaming because
I'm looking at Cam. What do I have? I have lights. Like I'm looking at the camera.
Maybe that's what I need.
You can also see that I'm animated. You can see all this stuff.
Maybe I need lights. Maybe that's it.
Yeah, bro. Go ahead and look at the pricing on them because those shits is expensive.
I'll just come down to Charlotte and borrow a few of yours, man. You don't need all those lights. Let me hold a few lights, Felder. Let me hold a few.
you know what? I do have some soft boxes that you can use.
Yeah, let me hold a few. We have slightly different complexions, so maybe the lights that you're not using might help me out. I don't know, man. Just a thought. Just a
I
thought.
don't use the soft box because they get too hot for me. But you seem like a guy that doesn't sweat as much as I sweat.
Nah, what's cooler than being cool?
Ice cold. I
That's
just
right.
listened to that song this morning in Harris Teeter.
Shout out to Outkast, by the way. They are getting inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, so good on them.
Cool.
Tripp, what's your favorite Outkast album?
Favorite Outkast album?
Jesus, you're buying yourself.
I don't know
time.
any.
You
of
have
their
no.
album. I don't know their album names. I know lots of songs though.
Okay, what's your favorite Outkast song?
The one that was really popular I used to go out to bars and stuff all the time when I was younger. This probably would have been like 2003 or something. That doom 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 doom.
What song?
Ready for Action. Whatever.
I think that's The Way You Move. No, I think that's The Way You Move, which is Speaker Box, Love Below. Yeah, early 2000s. I respect that, Tripp. I respect that, big dog. Way to redeem yourself. All right, week 11 of the college football season.
I really love this. What is? I Hope That You're the One. The Prototype. That's my favorite Outkast song.
Yeah, Love Below is an incredible album. Personally, I'm an Aquemini guy. That came out when I was in high school.
Amazing.
That's a defining album in my life, my development, the way I just interact and perceive the world around me. Aquemini is an incredible.
Southern Playalistic was also just a bop, like when I was a younger kid.
For sure, 100%.
And also, shout out to every single Outkast CD having just naked ladies on it.
Nude women portrayed, painted in different ways, right? Because you had, at Stankonia, all that stuff was like music from the future, bro. If you racked up Aquemini right now, that album is almost 30 years old. It doesn't sound like it. It's incredible. It's incredible.
All right.
Anyway,
hey, so what was their first hit? What was Outkast's first big song?
Southern Playalistic, Cadillac, funky music.
Yeah.
Any way you choose it, gonna be sure you're gonna be that's their first hit.
Or ATLians, you've got
that's the next album.
And then you get into like Rosa Parks where it just absolutely blows up.
Hush that fuss. Everybody move to the back of the bus.
That's the first song I remember.
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson.
Woo!
I am for real. Yeah.
So I want to get into the Felder Five, but before I do, you guys have not had a chance to comment, react, and just kind of dive in to the CFP rankings that we got on Tuesday night. Felder, anything stand out to you from what the committee gave us? Don't care. Okay, very good.
I know that's a bad answer, and I'm not trying to act in bad faith. I just don't. I do not. I don't have the juice, the energy. I don't have what are we doing? You know what? Fuck this. Let's do it. The best team in the country is who? Indiana. Indiana's the best fucking team in the country.
They have the best resume in my book, but the committee sees it differently.
I'm not talking about resume. I'm talking about the best team. So let's mesh this with the Felder Five and CFP rankings. Sure. They have, what do they have? They have Ohio State at 1 still. Indiana at 2. Then A&M. I think A&M belongs at 3 for sure. Now, let's go to Indiana. What does Indiana have that nobody else has?
They have a very impressive road win at Oregon. Is that what you're referring to? Are you referring to Fernando Mendoza, the Heisman frontrunner?
No, and no.
Well, they have an elite defense, but so does Ohio State.
Thank you. You're there now. You're there.
So does Ohio State.
No. So here's the thing. Indiana, they give up 77% of the times teams get to the red zone, they score. And I was talking to somebody, and they were like, well, that's not good. And I was like, well, you're a fucking dumb idiot.
Felder, with the
I'm sorry. I'm mad.
Today.
It makes me mad because Indiana is the number 1 team in the country.
Okay, in your opinion. See, this is why I asked the question, because I'm trying to get you going. I'm trying to get you lubricated this morning.
Do you know how many times teams have been to the red zone against Indiana through 9 games?
I'm gonna say 15 times.
Tripp, don't look it up.
I'm not. I don't even know. That would be too much to type.
9 games, you get 8 to 10 possessions a game usually, right?
Let's say 22 times.
22 times. Why don't you just take that and rewind it back to 13 times
It's wild.
that teams have been to the red zone in 9 games. Oregon, another team that we have in our top 10?
9 this week, yes.
They have 13 red zone trips through 8 games. They have 13. Every time you get to the red zone against Oregon, you score 13 for 13. A 100% red zone scoring percentage for the opponent.
Okay.
10 touchdowns. How many touchdowns do you think Indiana's given up in the red zone?
In those 13 trips?
13 trips.
8.
8. Okay, Tripp.
Trying to rewind back. They probably gave up a touchdown or 2 in that first game against Old Dominion. They didn't
Those were long touchdowns. Those were long touchdown runs.
I know
they were
blew
red zone
out
touchdowns.
Illinois, but maybe Illinois scored a touchdown. I can't remember.
Illinois.
I'd say like 4.
Illinois scored. It was 63 to 10.
So they
How many? How many touchdowns?
4.
2.
Wow. It's pretty impressive.
It's not pretty impressive. It's massively insane how good they've been.
Look, I'm not going to push back on this notion that Indiana is the best team in the country. I'm not. I think Ohio State continues to be.
State.
Yeah, I do too. Ohio State.
They're sitting at 15 red zone trips for them. 15 red zone trips, and they've given up 4 touchdowns. They've played 8 games.
Yeah.
If I'm not, 8 games.
Ohio State. That's another reason I have Indiana ahead of Ohio State. By the way, they've played one more game. Frankly,
I'm sorry, but what Kurt Signetti is doing is amazing.
Yes.
And I don't mean to come off as like super aggressive or whatever, but like the reality for me is you guys aren't watching Indiana. Not you guys. I'm saying like the universal we.
I still think there's some. I still think, Felder, there's some helmet and jersey like disconnect between what Indiana's doing and what people want to acknowledge they're doing. Like,
right. But I'm looking at all I'm doing is I'm watching them play and I'm looking at the numbers.
Yeah.
I have to watch UNC play. I
Sorry.
can tell you this, it's not a chore. I mean, it is a chore, but it's like when you tell your kid that you have to take the trash out and they're like, oh man, I know it's Tuesday and trash goes out tomorrow. That's UNC. Indiana is like, I get to, and this is a conversation I've had with my dad. There are some things that you have to do. There's some things you get to do. And we get to watch Indiana. We get to watch this team play. That defense is for real. They do not play around. 13 red zone trips, 2 touchdowns, 8 field goals.
Yeah.
Let's go play some football. This is what football's supposed to look like. Ohio State is close. They're close.
Yeah, they're both. Yeah.
Close.
Ohio State's got more pros on their team. But if you've watched Ohio State and you've watched Indiana is just making it look easier than any other team in college football right now. We also don't get enough credit we always talk about the Oregon win, the Iowa win. Like Iowa's a good
That's a
team.
hard place to play.
That is a tough place to win. So Indiana's got a couple of really good wins under their belt.
When you have an older brother, Fernando, correct? Watching a younger brother, Alberto, running a 50-yard, going for 50 yards against Maryland. Fernando's clapping and laughing. Like, this team knows who they are. The problem is everybody else needs to know who they are. Like, so that's That's that was number 1 on the Felder Five. Like I think they put up 50 again
against Penn State this weekend.
Oh yeah,
that's an interesting line. I will get to the picks a little bit later in the show,
sure.
but
yeah. So that was number 1 on the Felder Five, but we got to it way early because
cheap price for Indiana, land 2 touchdowns trip Saturday. If you're interested in that sort of thing,
14.5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
yeah.
I mean that's a discount.
So to go back to the rankings talk, I do think that Indiana's the best team in the country.
That's fine. My biggest issue with the rankings, and again, this stuff will all sort itself out. Teams are playing each other.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. Like it's fine. It's nice to put the AP poll to bed for the year finally. Yeah. 0 group of 5 teams ranked.
Yeah.
Tennessee at 25 that's insulting. Like Tennessee's got 3 losses. Like get out of here.
But who are you going to put in there?
Put a 1-loss Memphis team. Put a 1-loss North Texas team. Put a 1-loss JMU team. Like it's just a joke, frankly. Put a 1-loss San Diego State team. I don't care. It's a big deal to those small schools to be like, hey man, we're in the CFP. Like we're ranked. Tennessee with 3 losses. Like when that came out, I'm like, dude, here we go again. Like, and I love the SEC, man. I grew up in the SEC footprint. Like I bang the drum for that league all the time. Don't get me wrong, but come on,
but it's gone too far.
Can I interject?
The drums have been banged too loudly.
I'd take Miami and Southern Cal out.
Southern Cal's an interesting one.
I'd take them both out, and then I would put in North Texas because North Texas is insane.
North Texas is, I mean, and Memphis too, by the way. USC and Memphis both Friday Night Lights. You get to see them tonight if you're into that sort of thing.
Yep.
You guys watch any Thursday Night Football? Again, I'm doxing myself here because I'm a YouTube TV subscriber. I couldn't watch them.
I have it right here.
App State lost at home to Georgia Southern.
3 in a row for App State.
Yeah, this is not your older brother's App State. This is a team that's struggling.
3 losses in a row is what I mean. Yeah,
but that's a rivalry game. Georgia Southern got the win, and then Tripp USF just waxing the Roadrunners.
I mean, put them at 25.
That's what I'm saying. Like I 0
agree.
group of 5 teams is just kind of, I don't know, man. Miss me with that. But anyway,
I think Tennessee's better than them. I would take out Miami and Southern California.
Yeah, I do this with Wayne, but Southern Cal has a path to the playoff, whether you want to admit that or not. They have a path.
That's sick.
I'm just saying.
That's like, it's gross to me and disgusting. And no, that team does not belong anywhere near. Like, I know they put Georgia Tech at 17.
Yeah, they don't love the ACC. Committee said, ACC, enjoy being a 1-bid league this year.
Louisville above Georgia Tech.
No Isaac Brown for Louisville for the next couple of weeks.
Watch out.
Virginia above Louisville.
Yeah, but Virginia at 14? Like, that's disrespectful for a 1-loss ACC team.
That's where they belong.
Yeah, but you have a top-heavy Big Ten. You have a very meaty SEC.
If you put them on the field, and let's go backwards to go forwards. My favorite thing to do. Virginia against Utah. Who are you picking?
Where's the game?
Cotton Bowl.
Utah.
Okay. Hartzell, you answer, please.
I like both of those teams. Probably Utah. Yeah, probably Utah.
And I'll tell you this, though. A team you threw out, I would take Miami over Utah.
Bro.
Your Tripp, you are sick.
It was a bad spot. Everybody knew it, too. We talked about this last week.
Virginia,
it was a
Oklahoma.
Terrible spot on the road for Miami. And it was also a surprise game. Look, Louisville's not a bad team. Louisville's right there at number 15.
I'm not saying they're bad.
They jumped out on Miami and were up, 14-0 in the blink of an eye.
At home in South Florida, though.
And then after that, which is no home field advantage. Like they
don't play in the Orange Bowl
advantage. all their games might as well either be away or a neutral field. I'm just saying, if you want my true opinion on who the best representative from the ACC is, it would still be Miami. I would still take them slightly over Georgia Tech on neutral field. Second would be Georgia Tech, and then would come Virginia or Louisville.
Well, the whole thought experiment is Hartzell saying that the ACC is getting disrespected. So the top team in the ACC is at 14. Oklahoma, neutral site. Virginia.
I'm going OU.
Texas, neutral site.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, Texas just got done playing their best game of the year. I mean, here comes Texas. Here comes Texas, everybody.
Right.
I don't know.
Virginia is still 8-1. 8-1. Notre Dame at 10. Neutral site.
Yeah, Irish.
Oregon.
Yeah, you're picking teams that are above Virginia in the rankings.
Right.
I understand the exercise.
Where you want Virginia to be.
It's not about where I want them to be. The committee put them in a place that lets you know, based on everything else that's behind them, the ACC getting 2 teams in this 12-team field, which they got last year, does not look likely. This is a one-bid league.
But that's my point, is if you agree with the fact that every team that's above them, you would pick them. Like if your life was on the line, if your money was on the line, you would pick every team above them. So they're probably ranked where they should be. Is that wrong?
Yeah, but you chose this exercise with Virginia. If you had chosen this exercise with Georgia Tech, another one-loss ACC team, you'd have different results from me.
Okay,
like I'd give you different answers.
Georgia Tech, Vanderbilt.
Ooh, 2 of my favorite teams in the country. Give me the Jackets.
That's a good.
You take the
I'd
Jackets.
take Georgia Tech too.
All right, let's go Georgia Tech, Louisville.
Tech.
Georgia Tech, Utah.
Tech.
Georgia Tech, Oklahoma.
Tech.
I don't know that I'm going to put Georgia Tech. I don't know if I would pick them against
all I'm
the
doing
top
is trying
10
to
to win any of those games. But I would take Georgia Tech to have a fighting chance at muddying the game up and playing with any of the teams.
Muddying the game up? Tripp, did you watch that game?
Yes, it was a predictable game. Like we did this last week.
You predicted that Haynes King would throw for 400 yards and run for 100 yards and they would still lose?
Yeah.
Check the doc. I literally predicted NC State to win, and I've been Georgia Tech's biggest fan all year.
No,
it was a terrible spot. That's where ranked teams go to die at night. We've seen it a million times.
I like the pick. I did like the pick. But if you woke up, if you, like, let's say you take some NyQuil, right? You go to sleep, and I tell you in the morning, first thing in the morning, oh my God, Haynes King, 400 yards passing, 100 yards rushing. In your mind, what are you thinking?
Tech by 1 million.
Georgia Tech won, yeah.
Yeah, and that didn't happen.
Right.
No Jolie, no Smothers, no problem for the Wolfpack. They just scored another rushing touchdown just now as we were talking.
Hollywood.
It's tough. That was a tough Saturday night for your boy. I'm not going to lie. That was difficult.
That's what I'm saying. Like, where do you, like, I don't know where the climb is with respect. I don't think it's disrespect to the ACC. I think it's literally looking at the pieces. Like, we didn't even get to Notre Dame at 10.
No, Notre Dame, look, Notre Dame is one of 4 2-loss teams ahead of 1-loss ACC teams.
Yeah.
So, look, it's whether you want to say it's disrespectful or not, like, do I think 2-loss Utah should be ahead of 1-loss Virginia or 1-loss Georgia Tech or 1-loss Louisville? No, I don't. But here we are. And now the ACC is going to sort itself out, like all of this stuff will sort itself out. I'm just saying, if you're handicapping the field of 12, Notre Dame's in. Group of 5 is in. So now there's 10 spots left. It feels like, Felder, as we sit here today, 7 to 8 of those are going to be from 2 leagues, the Big Ten and the SEC.
Right, and that's the way they wanted it set up. So let's do that. Let's go SEC first. A&M Mizzou.
Yeah, this is an interesting comment you have on the doc here. Would you like to explain this? Would you like to read it?
Who is fake or phony?
Are you implying there's anything fake or phony about A&M?
No, the other one.
Well, Missouri's on QB3 now.
Yeah. Why don't people take
I
that
read
into
up on
account?
that QB. I don't hate Missouri this week.
Why?
I don't hate Missouri at all this week.
Really?
I got a little feeling about the Tigers. This
A
is
feeling.
so. I hate the idea that this guy, Zollers, right?
Mm-hmm.
His first start ever in college football is going to come against one of the best defenses in college
Bro,
football,
they
Mike
are
Elko
tough.
defense. But I don't know, man. I love this guy's story. Maybe I'm just getting sucked into the whole narrative here, but he was like a top 5 high school quarterback recruit. Basically had his leg torn off. They didn't know if he'd ever play again. And now he's back and he's got an opportunity. He's not going to run around like Prabula does, but he's probably a better thrower than Prabula is. And if you remember in the Vandy game when Prabula got hurt, it's not like Missouri fell off a cliff. This guy didn't look like he was in over his head. He was like 14 of 23 or something like that, 150 yards and a touchdown, and they needed a 95-yard drive to go send the game to overtime, and he got 94 yards. Like, I'm just not as down on the quarterback situation at Mizzou as I think everybody else is, and I think it's 6.5. I can get it. Maybe you want to lay that number with A&M, but if this thing gets over a touchdown, there's no way I would go with A&M.
I'm worried about them scoring the football.
Missouri.
Yes, Missouri.
They're off a bye. But that helps. Tripp's case, right?
I think they'll be okay on offense.
I mean, in league, the most they've scored is what? 29? Is that correct? 29, 24, 23, 10 in league. Hartzell, fact check me.
Yeah. You put up 29 against South Carolina. That was back in September, but yeah.
Yeah. So I think that they're not. I don't think they are like a formidable offense. I think the numbers like lie. Like if you just look at their scoring, it says they average 35 points a game, but if you look in the league, it's much lower.
Yeah, well, I mean, I would say in league play, they beat South Carolina 29-20. South Carolina, the defense has not been the problem for South Carolina.
No,
and they were able to get 29. Alabama's pretty good defense, I think. Auburn's a very good defense. They're just not a very good team, but they've got a very good defense. And the Vandy game, like I said, quarterback gets hurt mid-game.
You have a bye week to try to adjust. You try to fix it. I get that, but I just don't. I think that we can just we can be Mizzou. Thank you. Have a nice day. Here's your check. Please leave it to.
You think this is the week Missouri gets put to bed?
Yeah,
it might be.
Okay.
I think a lot of people are thinking that way. I just think they've got a better chance than most.
Another game that I'm super interested in: BYU Texas Tech.
Yeah, game of the week.
That's the game of the week for you?
It's got to be.
I like it.
I mean, it's a Big 12. It's a Big 12 championship game preview. It's in Lubbock. Great place. Doesn't get a ton of attention nationally. It does this week. BYU, man, they're underdogs again. They've been underdogs in all these games. Underdog at Iowa State. Underdog at home against Utah. They keep finding ways to win.
They keep winning.
Yeah.
I don't know why people don't talk about Kalani Sitake on this coaching stuff. Like,
dude, I watched a video. Shout out to Instagram. You guys know me so well. They served me up a Sitake video that was so good, where he talked about getting interviewed for the BYU job and how his wife put together the questions. And he was like, I'm not going to get the job. Like, what are we doing? It's my dream job. What are we talking about? and his wife put together a bunch of questions to ask him about the BYU job and what his plan was and how he would approach it. And then he's like, so I go in there and I interview with the AD. In the first few questions were the exact questions that my wife had on the list, and I had an answer immediately. He goes, and I guess that's how you have your job. And someone did hashtag coaches need coaching. And it was his wife was his coach. She helped him get this job that he really wanted. So it's very cool. Shout out to Bear Bachmeyer. You keep doing you, wearing number 47. Unbelievable.
You know what Bear's brother's name is?
No, what is it?
I want to make sure I have this right because
Tiger.
It's Tiger Bachmeyer.
Yeah,
Pretty wild.
His parents are built different, dude.
Yeah, they're on one for sure. Bear, Tiger, and Hank. So
Hank's like, what? I didn't get a cool name.
That's
Hank's the oldest.
3.
Hank's the oldest.
You could have at least named me Coyote, Wolf.
Yodi. Wolf would have been cool. But anyway,
Cool.
shout out to the Bachmeyers. This is another game that, in terms of the line, and we'll get to the picks a little bit later.
He hasn't
Texas
thrown an
Tech.
interception in 2 games.
10.5-point favorite. That people are going to. I think the public is going to side with BYU here. Undefeated ranked team getting double digits in Lubbock. BYU is going to get a lot of public play, but Vegas thinks that Texas Tech's going to handle their business here and do so pretty comfortably. So,
Well, Texas Tech is an insane place, to play. You have to get there, and it's not that easy. And then now we're looking at who's starting for them. Is it going to be Barrett or is it going to be Will?
no, it's Barrett Morton the rest of the way. Hammond's out for the year with an ACL.
Okay, that's what I thought. So it's Barrett, and it's going to be you have to deal with this. He's a good quarterback.
Yeah, Texas Tech's a balanced team, man. Top offense in the Big 12, top defense in the Big 12. It's also a school that's never won a conference title. So going back to the CFP stuff, there's going to be a lot of new blood in this field of 12, a lot of teams that have never been there before. Texas Tech or BYU, frankly, whoever wins this game, it's going to have the inside track on
Cincinnati?
that. What about Cincinnati?
They're also in the running for this.
Yeah, maybe to make the championship game, the Big 12 championship
That's
game.
what I'm talking about.
They're not in this. They're not in that league.
Yeah. Texas Tech, I think, is clearly the best team in the Big 12.
Hey, wait, what? You don't think Cincinnati is in the running?
I don't think they're in the same league as Texas Tech or BYU. Do you?
No.
If there's tiers of the Big 12, you've got Cincinnati in that tier with those two?
Yeah.
Really?
I wouldn't have BYU in the same tier as Texas Tech.
Texas Tech.
I mean, BYU's had a super soft schedule outside of the Utah game, and that's their biggest game of the year.
Okay, let me ask you guys something. Conference-wise, points for. The points that your team scored. Who's 1, who's 2, who's 3?
Texas Tech's 1.
Texas Tech's got to be 1.
Mm-hmm. They're not.
Is it
BYU
Baylor?
scored more than. There's no way BYU scored more than Texas Tech.
No, they haven't.
Okay. Oh well, I'm guessing Cincinnati.
No.
Okay.
Cincinnati is 3. Utah 1.
Utah 1. Okay.
Texas Tech 2. Cincinnati 3.
Okay.
BYU is. Jeez, good Lord. Just in league play. BYU is 8th.
Yeah, BYU's been doing this thing. Look, you'll go broke betting against BYU. And I don't think, I didn't want to make this one of my top plays.
You can look it up. Double check my numbers.
Top play.
I love when you do it. I can see when you look into other monitor over here.
Go ahead, Tripp.
BYU does not beat themselves.
No,
they
you
are a
have to.
well-coached team. They are a really good team. But we're talking about a different level team with Texas Tech. Texas Tech has played a way tougher schedule. The only game they lost, they didn't have their quarterback, and they were against one of the best quarterbacks in the country who led a game-winning drive against them.
BYU.
And what happened when they played on the road at Utah? They dominated Utah. Like Texas Tech does everything better than BYU. Like every single thing you can do on a football field, they do it better than BYU. That's why they're a 10-point favorite against an team.
I absolutely
we
will get to this later. We will I'm front porching it, but we'll get to this later. BYU reminds me of like peak Wisconsin, peak Iowa, peak even Virginia Tech. Like they don't lose games. They make you beat them. And for people that don't understand that, those are two different things. They all go down as a loss in the win-loss column.
Right.
But you have to earn every single inch of ground on that field. You have to earn it. And BYU makes you earn it. And what college teams are not good at is earning it. They're not good at earning it. They are not.
That's fair.
Like, I think about this, like, I'll go all the way back to, was it 20, Geno Smith, September Heisman, right? And then teams started to make West Virginia have to earn it. They couldn't earn it. You can't, teams don't earn it. Lincoln Riley, right? Lincoln Riley's not good at earning it. He wants you to give it to him. It's fast food. Right? Like Lincoln Riley is McDonald's. I think Texas Tech is maybe their Chipotle, fast casual.
Wow.
I think BYU is like, you got to earn this one. You're going to have to sit down and talk to Jolene at the diner and go through your menu, go through the menu and find a thing that you want. And then she'll come back with half a cigarette in her mouth and she'll give it to you. I know that Mormons don't smoke cigarettes. I understand that. But what I'm saying is she's going to make you earn it versus just pulling up to the drive-thru. Hartzell, you worked at Starbucks?
Yes.
There's people that know their order or that punch in their order, and it's easy.
Let me get a caramel macchiato. I used to get those a lot.
Yeah, but you know the people that also are like, they want to get all they want to do is come in and buy the beans because they want to go home. And what do they want to do? They want to earn it. BYU wants to go home, grind their own beans.
Nice.
And make you earn, and they earn what that coffee tastes like.
There it is.
And I think that's a huge thing.
You nailed the dismount there. Sounds like you guys disagree on this game. So I'm excited to see this game maybe reappear a little bit later in the show. We got to make some piiiiiicks.
Oh, for sure.
It is like the game of the week this week, though. I just don't think BYU's played the same type of schedule as Texas Tech.
I don't care about the schedule.
And I think the one team they have played, it just happened to be their biggest rival. And
they beat them.
They beat them. They beat them by a field goal at home. Texas Tech went to Utah, and we saw what happened there.
I'm just going to, look, a little bit or a lot of bit is still a win.
It's still a win. Look, I'm not going to be completely –
you're sold.
Surprised.
You're in Texas Tech's pocket. Like, that's fine.
I'm in there. They're good. I think they're good.
Speaking of good, Mississippi State, Georgia, going back to the SEC.
Yeah.
Mississippi State has been so close.
Hey, they got one last week. Hang on now.
They got one last week. They did. But they've been so close.
Yes. Overtime losses to Texas, Tennessee. Was driving to beat Florida when Shapen threw a pick in plus territory. They were down 2. Field goal would have won it. Yes. They're a 5-win team that could be sitting there. Yeah.
Let's call it 7-2.
100%. They've had it. The Texas game, you're up 17 in the fourth quarter, man. Put them away.
Yeah.
Mississippi State could have done us all a favor with the Texas narrative. They could have put those boys to bed.
Yep.
And they didn't, because winning is hard.
So this weekend, and I'm more curious to hear your thoughts about Georgia. Like when I look at them, I'm still in the bag for Gunnar Stockton.
Guy's a gamer. Yeah.
Yes.
He's a guy being a dude. And I love their defense, even though it's not what it's been. Is there like a light shining through that Mississippi State could walk through?
Yeah, 100. I think Mississippi State could do this thing. It's a tremendous spot in terms of the schedule. You know who's coming to Athens next week, Felder. Go ahead, give us a ring. Clanger, clanger. You know who comes to Athens next week?
Athens next week is that Texas?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you've got Mississippi State in Starkville, a place Georgia does not go very often, sandwiched between Cocktail Party and Texas.
Don't you beat me to it, but I was going to say your thing, Cocktail Party, Mississippi State.
It's a great spot.
Texas.
It's a great spot.
Why not just put the game at night, though? God, the SEC loves Georgia. Why is this game at noon?
Because they like Georgia. Because like you mentioned,
Georgia.
Yeah, because it's a conspiracy. The deep state is all it's pro Georgia. They want Georgia to win every year.
Lane Kiffin saw this and was just having an aneurysm.
Oh, for sure. He's like, why do we got to play them? He's like, it was late afternoon. He's like, this is ridiculous.
In fairness, Lane Kiffin was wrong about the Georgia game because there was a 3:30 Eastern kick between the hedges. He was wrong. He was like, guarantee you we'll have to play at night.
It was pre-daylight saving.
Oh, please. Come on.
And
Spare
so
me.
the game, when did the game end? Would you call that nighttime?
7:30? Yeah.
It
sure.
ended at nighttime.
I'm not buying I'm not buying Tripp's argument. I'm not. Look at Georgia's schedule last year.
I'm on your side.
Arguing.
I'm on your side.
I think it's funny though.
I'm on your side.
You remember
I also like the spot too, and I'll tell you one thing. I heard somebody talking about Georgia the other day, and they're like, the reason Georgia is not quite what Georgia's been, this whole like the new world we're living in, those backups that used to be at Georgia,
they go somewhere else,
waiting to go to the NFL. Yeah, they're at Mississippi State, places like that now where they can get some more shine. And obviously, it's a great spot for Mississippi State. Georgia's not a defensive team this year either. Like, they've been way better on offense than I ever thought they would. Like, Gunner's been really good for them.
I like him.
And I'll tell you what I like in this game. I like points. I think there's going to be a lot of points in this game.
That's a problem.
Yeah, you know what I'd like to see, Felder? I'd like to see more of Zachariah Branch.
Yeah,
that's what I'd like to see. I mean, 45 catches, 474 yards,
but
2 touchdowns.
Think about this. This has been a problem consistently.
I know.
With Georgia. How is George Pickens he's probably a top 5, maybe top 10 receiver in the NFL? Am I wrong for saying that?
I don't watch.
I don't know
the NFL, so I'll take you at your word for that.
So I will just say this: I'll stand on business. George Pickens is a top 10 wide receiver in the NFL.
Okay, well there you go.
Who did not get touches at Georgia? They wouldn't let him be listed as a starter his freshman year. And then you saw what he did to that. He's a crash out. I know that, but you saw what he did to that Georgia Tech DB.
He threw him into a concrete barrier. Yes.
Yeah. So, you have this guy, and you don't throw the ball to him every time.
It's the Georgia way.
I mean, even like Ladd McConkey and who's the kid that transferred to Oklahoma? Hazelwood. I think it's Hazelwood. Like, you don't throw the ball to these guys. I don't get it. Why are you not throwing the ball to Branch? I don't get it. Last one for me, and I know we're gonna talk some more, and then we'll go quick like a bunny. Can Iowa just play their own brand of football and make this a one-score game that they could win in the end?
Is that a redundant question? Like, are you asking because you actually want a response? I say yes. Yes, they can.
I think so too.
Should be a fun game, man. Oregon, Iowa, Kinnick.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I said Kinnick. Something was going on, and I said Kinnick, and my wife goes, "I don't know what that is." And I was like, "It's Iowa." Iowa's
your wife, an alum of a Big Ten institution,
does not know where. She's like, "I don't know what Kinnick is," and I was like, "Okay, thanks." While I was putting this together last night, because I wanted to ask her, I was like, "Do you think that Oregon is going to be able to like flex their muscles in Kinnick?" And she was like, "I don't know. I don't even know what you're talking about." And I was like, "Okay, got it. Cool."
This is a CFP elimination game.
Oh yeah,
because Oregon
or an entrance game,
right?
Yeah.
Oregon has this. They have USC, and they have to go to Washington in the month of November. That's a lot. So as much as Oregon's schedule has been pretty dumpy outside of a 10-point loss at home to Indiana, you win this game, you beat Washington, you beat USC, Oregon's going back to the promised land. Look, the Big Ten race, it feels like, Felder, obviously Ohio State, and again, I don't want to do this every show, but I'm excited to see the 3 and 4 spots in the Big Ten behind Ohio State and Indiana, or Indiana and Ohio State.
Michigan somehow is hanging around.
Michigan's still alive. Washington is still alive.
Yeah. So, like,
some people are trying to convince you that Nebraska is still alive. I'm not one of those people, but those people are out there. It feels like you've got 5 Big Ten teams for 2 spots, which will be fun.
Indiana, Ohio State, Michigan, Oregon, Iowa. I believe in those 4 teams.
Washington.
Michigan, not so much. What? No.
Washington is still very much in this. They host Oregon. They got USC.
So they can take down
They can play their way in. If they get to 10-2,
UCLA, they can beat UCLA.
Yes. By the way, UCLA favored against Nebraska this week. Dylan Raiola obviously out for the year, but still, that's a interesting line at the Rose Bowl.
The most interesting part about that game is listening to Matt Rule is incredibly candid. Talking about the Penn State job, but also talking about UCLA because he worked there.
Yes.
And he's incredibly candid about, like, so I have, like, I know that he got an extension, but I still don't know how to feel about where he stands on all this stuff. And maybe his family really likes being in Nebraska, but he speaks so highly of these other places. It's very different than is it Key, right? At Georgia Tech?
Cut me open, watch me bleed.
Watch
that guy?
See what color my blood is, yeah. It's very different than that.
I've got a list, by the way. Can I just throw 4 coaches out at you?
Yeah, we're good. I think we both think Iowa can keep this a 1-score game. If it's a 1-score game, you better watch out and connect because Iowa couldn't win that game.
I agree 100%. You'll be hearing from me in this game a little bit later.
Got it.
I got four names of coaches that are out there that nobody's talking about for these jobs, right? So I want to throw these at you real quick, and you tell me what you think of these. We already mentioned one, Kalani Sitake.
He's not going anywhere.
Jed Fish.
Well, he'll go somewhere.
He'll go anywhere.
Guy's an offensive wizard. He's in year 2 at Washington. I'm just saying. He won 10 games in Arizona. Not easy to do. Yep. I'll throw another one at you. Fran Brown. I know you love Fran.
I love Fran.
If what's Angeli? If Angeli doesn't go down with that injury we're looking
He
at
looks
this.
like a different team.
We're looking at a Syracuse team that could be sitting on 7. They could be in that mix with Louisville and Georgia Tech and everybody else in the ACC.
Right. Yes, totally
Instead, they just lost at home to UNC, and they played a kid at quarterback who's like a lacrosse player. Might have cost Fran Brown a lot of money, honestly, that Angeli injury. And I'll throw one more at you, and this pains me to say as a lifelong Atlanta Falcon fan who has obviously experienced the ups and downs that go along with that. Jim Mora Jr.
Mm-hmm.
Why not? That guy's winning. That guy's winning games.
He's not a junior.
He's Jim Mora Jr.
He's not.
Is he just Jim Mora now?
He's just they don't have the same middle name.
He's Jim Mora Jr. to me.
It's like George Bush and George W. Bush.
I don't know if that's apples to apples, but either way,
100% think it's apples to apples.
Okay, former presidents or football coaches. I'm not comfortable making that connection there.
One guy is named George Herbert Walker Bush, and his son is named George Walker Bush. He's not a junior. To be a junior, I am a junior.
Fine.
To be a junior, you have to have
James
the same name.
Lawrence Mora.
Fine. Either way, Jim Mora.
Tripp, look it up. Effort this.
I'm looking at it.
Yeah, you're right. They dropped the junior. Fine. You're right. Just watch out.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
James
like
Ernest Mora and James Lawrence Mora.
Do I want Jim
Hartzell.
Mora in Gainesville? No, I don't. But I'm just saying that guy's going to get a call. He's going to go somewhere. He's going to go somewhere. All right. Before we get to the Felder Five, you put a link here.
The Felder Five.
Or sorry, before we get to the picks, you put something in here about ECU going with some throwback unis this weekend.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you what. I love my dad, and for people that don't know this, I also love ECU.
Oh yeah.
These are the Jeff Blakes, dog.
Why are they busting these out for the Charlotte game, dude? Charlotte's terrible.
Yeah, so they're gonna win.
Yeah.
It's homecoming.
Got it.
So they're busting out the Jeff. You remember Jeff Blake?
Yeah.
Yes, I remember Jeff Blake. Felder, that's insulting to me,
Played for the
honestly.
Bengals.
Yes, I know who it is.
Won the Peach Bowl.
Yeah, yes, Felder. Come on, bro.
Those unis look good, right? The helmet is tough.
It's a good look. It's a good look.
It's a very like this. It just says Pirates on the front. These are such tight uniforms, and yes, they're busting them out so they can get a win. This is my childhood. I don't get super nostalgic about sports a lot, but when this came up on my feed, shout out, I can't remember who sent it to me, but shout out to whoever sent it to me. He was like, I thought you might like this because you always talk about ECU. One, best midfield logo, best midfield like dressing in all of college sports. Best slogan. And you know their slogan, Tripp?
No quarter.
Yeah, buddy. You know what that means?
Yeah, like we don't give you anything. You got to earn it. Is that what it means? Like what you were talking about earlier?
No, it means we kill everyone on your boat when we take it over.
Men, women, and children.
We give no quarter, so we give no mercy. No mercy. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Right.
Yeah. I think that's the best. And these uniforms are slick, dude. I love them. And the fact that they got the Jeff Blakes, but they have them in today's uniform style where everything is a little bit tighter.
Yeah, the massive shoulder pads and everybody's hunched up like Frankenstein. Yeah. I'm with you, man. Okay.
That's why I threw it in there. It's super cool. I love it. I'm excited. I will be watching that. And yes, I have Spectrum, so I can, still maneuver.
That's fine. I mean, Spectrum and I were tight for a long time, but once my bill got above $300 a month and we lost ESPN a couple years ago, I told Spectrum to take a hike. You guys ready to make some picks?
I'm ready to make some picks.
You know where we're starting first, baby. Chris Tucker.
That's my dog.
Take that.
Take that.
That's my dog. Say that right, Mom. That's my dog. It's my. That's my dog. That's my dog.
Cutie pie.
And anybody got to say anything,
Cutie
you
pie.
let me know. That's my dog.
Felder, I know you were off the grid last week, but you did it again. You picked a double-digit dog to win straight up.
Yeah, I know.
Felder gave out SMU to beat Miami. He also hit with Mississippi State at Arkansas. Tripp hit with NC State over Georgia Tech, which we touched on earlier. Tripp saw the future in the Flames.
What's the record?
For the season, Michael Felder, 7 wins, 12 losses, and that's my dog. Tripp is 4-9. I am 4-7. But again, in terms of the margin here, Felder, you have picked multiple double-digit underdogs to win straight up. Your most famous accomplishment was we've had 2. USF at Florida back in week 2. The Bulls were plus 17.5. And then in week 7, you picked Northwestern, who was a 21.5 point dog to win at Penn State. You also picked New Mexico, double-digit dog at UCLA in week 3. You were hot, man. You were hot. So, listen, you're very good at this. So let me just go ahead and get out of the way so that you can handle your business. I'm going to go with UConn hosting Duke this weekend. UConn is plus 9.5. Again, sandwich spot, baby. What did Duke do last week? They won at Death Valley for the first time since 1990.
Jeez.
What do they have next week, you ask? Ranked Virginia atop the ACC coming to Wallace Wade. Ultimate sandwich spot for UConn.
Ooh, wow.
Ultimate sandwich spot for UConn. This game means nothing to Duke. You can lose this game, beat Virginia, and still play in Charlotte for an ACC championship. That's all in play here. Give me UConn. Check the number here, Tripp. What is it, like 9.5, something like that?
I got it. Let me see.
Hit me with that number.
9.5.
Let me get these P's.
9.5.
Give me
9.5.
UConn. Give me UConn plus 9.5. Tripp, why are you smiling over there, dog? You wish you had gotten this sooner?
That was my pick.
Was it? You know, we have this doc where you can, like, write shit down, bro. Like, just write it down, and then I'll back off. I hate that for you. Your turn, Doc. Who you got? Who you got?
Well, you're forcing me to go off the beaten path a little here, but I'll just give you a super sharp play if you want it. Arkansas State over Southern Miss.
Oh, God.
That's sweaty.
Why Arkansas State here over Southern Miss? What's the reason?
I'll tell you why. Because I run in circles with some of the sharpest people in the business, and they like Arkansas State.
So you stole this pick from Phil? Is that what I'm hearing?
No, wasn't even on. We don't talk a lot of Arkansas State on the Phil Steele show. We're talking the bigger games on there, but yeah, I just put it on the dot.
Arkansas State plus 4.5 hosting Southern Miss at noon in Jonesboro Saturday.
You have UConn down as your what do we do? The 3 for all.
Yeah, is that okay? I can't double up?
You're doubling up.
I mean, I can come up with another one. We can cross the UConn game off the board. I can give you another one. I got picks for days, bro.
You do whatever you want to do.
Again, Tripp, in the spirit of what, I don't want to let our listeners behind the scene here, man, but like we have a Google Doc where at any point during the week you can go in here. Like you act like I just spring this on you like 5 minutes before the show or something, man. You've had all week to put picks down, and you've put nothing down.
When did you start keeping up with a doc?
Unbelievable. Felder,
I keep up with the doc all the time.
I know you do. And Felder, we appreciate that. Week 11.
You sent me
Hit us, baby. What you got?
So I got a couple games on my mind. Tulane, Memphis. Tulane plus 3.5.
Yes.
Mississippi State, Georgia. We talked about this already, right?
Yes, we did.
Plus
That would be that would be a stunner. That would be a stunner.
BC, SMU.
Come
plus
on, bro.
11.5.
I think it is the red bandana game for BC. So
I know. Purdue, Ohio State plus 35. 30.5.
You like Purdue?
Baby.
Purdue gives let's be real. In the last 5 years, how many times has Purdue beat Ohio State?
A lot.
I'm just saying. And they've always been a double-digit underdog, correct?
Yeah.
Stanford plus 7.5 against UNC.
UNC's
I'll
hot.
give you. I'm going to add one
They
more.
won a game.
Should have been 3 in a row that they've won. Instead, it's just 1. But outplayed Cal, outplayed UVA, lost both by the slimmest of margins.
Why wouldn't that not happen again?
I think UNC's turned the corner, man. But hey, it's your pick, buddy. If you want to take Stanford, please don't let me get in the way.
Nebraska plus. This is a cheap one. This is Nebraska plus 1.5.
Yes.
No interest in my Seminoles, huh?
What? I don't trust that team at all.
You know who I trust even less?
Clemson. Yeah, I have no interest in that one at all. I truly, I have no. Don't try to talk me into it so you can get some sort of a win.
I'm not trying to.
You're trying to talk me into it.
I think
so that you can get a win.
I had this stat. I wanted to find it so I didn't butcher it. Purdue has beaten a ranked Buckeyes team 8 times. 4 times when Ohio State was ranked in the top 5.
Yeah.
So most notably that 2018 49-20 game. But yes, you are factually accurate that Purdue does have Ohio State's number for whatever reason.
So you know what? Throw that on
that
there.
would be the all-time dog there, Felder.
I'm taking it. I'm going to do it, and then I'm going to take Mississippi State.
All right, so Purdue plus 29.5.
29.5. I got 30.5.
Okay, I'll give you 30.5. It doesn't. I mean, I might actually. Boy, what's the money line, Tripp? What's the money line Purdue versus
I don't know.
Ohio State?
I got it right here.
Let's check it out.
It's 30.5 plus 3,000.
Ooh, so
Over
30 to
under
1.
48.5.
Oh man! All right, so Purdue and Mississippi State. I hear that correct?
Mm-hmm.
That lines up to 9.5, I believe.
Yep.
All right. So there you go. Felder swinging for the fences with That's My Dog, Week 11. You really love to see it.
Call me Shohei, baby.
It's time for the main event. The reason you're all here. The 3-for-all.
Hey.
Here comes the Lock Doctor. Here comes the Stephen Hartzell. 3-for-all Felder Friday. Just making these picks.
To recap, there was a little the margins got a little smaller since the last time we spoke. Tripp's coming off a 1-2 week. I'm coming off of a 2-1 week, which would have been 3-0 if not for our boy Gunnar Stockton kneeling at the 1 against the Gators. But we digress. For the season, Tripp still has a lead on me. Tripp is 17-13 ATS. I am 16-14 ATS. The margin is 1 game. So, I guess I'm going first, Tripp, because I'm still trailing in the overall standings. Is that correct?
Sure.
Let's go to Huntington at noon. Sunbelt action. JMU. Marshall. I like the over. I don't know if you guys have noticed what JMU's offense has been doing the last couple of weeks.
Cooking.
It's been roasting teams.
Cooking.
Marshall, with their new quarterback, Del Rio Wilson, has been an over team the last several weeks.
Okay. All right. What am I looking at?
JMU Marshall, noon kick on the Deuce. Big spot for JMU, by the way. Big spot for the Dukes.
Defensive struggle.
53.5 is what I saw when we
54.5.
Oh my God, the line moved a point since we've been talking. That's fine. Give it to me.
You gonna pivot?
No, I'm not. JMU Marshall over 54 and a hook. Doc, what you got?
We're gonna get one out of the way pretty quick tonight. Memphis. I'll take Memphis at home, where they tend to cover against the Tulane team that I don't think is quite as good as we thought they were.
3.5
this season. I'll take Memphis.
I would hate for Memphis to win by 3. I would hate that for you.
You would hate it.
I like the pick, though. I think it's a good pick. Give me Iowa, Oregon, 3:30 on CBS. You know me. I don't like to shy away from the big games. I already touched on JMU Marshall. That's a monster game in the Sun Belt. Give me Iowa plus, check the number here, 6.5 against my Ducks.
6.5.
I think what you talked about earlier on the Felder Five happens. I think this is a one-score game. Give me Iowa, live dog here. Dangerous spot for the Ducks. Dangerous. Give me Iowa plus 6 and a hook.
Yeah.
Back to you, Doc.
Probably lean that way too. I'm going to roll with Indiana again. I mean, it's very chalky, but they're just a freaking monster. They're a nightmare.
I need an updated line.
Earlier in the week, and I think Felder was talking about it too. They just have plays where, like, they were 5 wide, they ran a quarterback draw, and Mendoza's like patting his guy on the back before they even get into the end zone. They're just making it look a whole different level of easy.
So what do you want in this game?
Indiana.
14-5?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. I think again, can I plug one in?
You want to make a bonus pick?
The over-under is 50.5.
Yeah.
Over.
Wow. Felder coming out of nowhere with his first overplay of the season on Indiana Penn State. I will remind our listeners that Felder gave us a bonus pick back in week 9. He liked Oklahoma State plus 36.5 against Texas Tech. They lost by 42.
42-0.
They lost by 42.
Don't trust me, but every now and then I get a wild hair.
That is an interesting line. Like, Tripp, I don't disagree with anything you're saying. I wonder why that line is what it is. Indiana at Penn State, why is it only 14.5? It feels like it should be 24.5.
I think it's because Penn State, if you do the roster thing, just like Ohio State against Indiana, Ohio State's probably got more pros. So does Penn State. The difference is Penn State hasn't played up to anything close. Like, they might have a bunch of 5-star guys, but they're not playing like it. So I just think it's a shorter line because of the brand. But they haven't lived up to the brand all year. So I can't.
Penn State has lost. Here. How many games has Penn State lost in a row?
Like 5?
5 in a row. Make it 6 and make it 6, 7, 6. If Indiana scores 67 points against Penn State, that might be the coolest moment in all of sports.
Here's another thing on this game. So I get it. Penn State played very competitively at Ohio State last week. They're only down 3 at the half, and they had a chance to backdoor cover there at the end.
They lost by 24 points.
Right, but the spread was it had gotten bet down to 18.5 by kick last week, but it was a big spread. They still had a chance to cover the spread at the very end of the game.
Bro, when you lose by
point now.
Tripp. They lost by 4 scores. We're not talking Abraham Lincoln right now.
This was, you understand what I'm saying, right?
God dang, bro.
Ohio State covered, but Penn State with a touchdown, and they had a goal to go at the end of the game. They could have covered the spread.
We understand what you're saying. We understand what you're saying. What Felder and I are saying is maybe you need to lay off the acetaminophen. That's what we're saying, okay? Because clearly things are starting to get a little loopy because you're mixing the Tussin with the NyQuil, and you need to just go to bed. You need to just lay down.
What did I say?
You need to just lay down.
Bro, they lost by 24 points.
Let's go. Hang on.
They were competitive. Here's one more thing because you guys have got me off track here. Look at Indiana's schedule. This is the last hump.
This ain't a hump.
You get
I'm with you.
One and it's over. We can put it on cruise control and get across the finish line undefeated.
They're not gonna. That's the thing about Indiana, Tripp. You're not realizing they don't put it on cruise control. That's why I'm taking the over.
Sig is out for blood. Tripp, I like your pick. Okay, I do.
Yeah, it sounds like you both like my picks. I don't know why you're yelling at me right now.
Because
That's
people
how
like
it's all-
conflict. Listen, this show's not going to do well if we just sit here and just agree with each other for an hour. People aren't here for that. They want the bickering. They want the
We just have to
disagreements.
agree aggressively with each
I
other.
would hate for you to have Indiana win by 14. I would hate that for you because
If
that
they
would be a
win
loss.
By 14, then they did something wrong.
That would be a loss for Tripp. Because Tripp threw a little bit of a fit about UConn Duke and me doubling up on the Huskies, I've scratched that off. I've added Texas A&M. Give me the Aggies on the road. -6.5. Please confirm that line because if it's north of 7, I'm not interested. If it's north of 7, 6.5.
6.5.
Give me A&M. This is a bargain. This is a steal. This is a deal of the
They're
century.
gonna beat the shit out of them.
I tend to agree with you. I'm also very concerned about Tripp's boy Zollers, QB3. You said he almost got his leg ripped off in high school. He might get his leg ripped off on Saturday in Como against the Fighting Aggies. So give me A&M -6.5 at Missouri and Felder. I think this is the week we can put MIZ to BED. You know what I'm saying? Boop.
Yes.
Night night. Boop. Night night.
No, I tried to jump back in on That's My Dog and add Missouri, but you guys were talking about something. I'm going to stay away because maybe something's just speaking to me here. I think Missouri's going to give Texas A&M a game. I'm
Is that
not
a pick?
going there.
Is that an official pick? Okay.
Because
Okay.
There's way better picks out there on the board. And the most obvious one of the week, the over in Death Valley. Are you kidding me? How is this game going to stay in the 50s?
56-5. You're talking about
Yeah.
Florida State Clemson, right?
Yeah,
Not
it's
LSU Alabama.
Over. We're talking
By
like
the way, we haven't talked about
52
LSU
to
Alabama at all.
45.
Nothing to talk about. Nothing to see here.
56-5.
Yeah, I'll go over.
FSU Clemson over 56.5.
Yeah.
All right. I would hate for that game to end, 13-12 or something. I would hate that
I would
for you
hate
because
for you
Tripp,
to find
nobody can handicap the Noles quite like you. All right, we all know this. I mean, you picked Wake last week plus double digits. How'd that go? Not great. Not
Hey,
great,
you know
Bob.
what? I do want to apologize to all the fans out there because that was not only a 3-for-all pick, that was a real Twitter selection. Hopefully you took all the picks because you had another winning week. But the Wake Forest pick, I never saw it coming. Never saw that not being a competitive game. And Florida State's obviously back, and they're the best 15th place team in the country. You take the 15th place team from any conference, Florida State will beat them on a neutral field or on their home field, and I will stand by that. But the game that got me last week was Washington State, and I know nobody was watching that, but good Lord, you talk about a bad beat. You think Gunnar Stockton was a bad beat. Whew. Cougs killed me.
Dude, what do
I'm
we
sorry
think
for your
about-
loss.
What do
Really.
we think about LSU Alabama?
I think Alabama's going to smoke those fools.
Yeah, I do too.
I
like
mean,
the under.
yeah,
40,
I don't know.
It's 49-5.
I'm not going to be able to watch it. I'm going to have to listen to Chris Stewart on the Crimson Tide Sports Network. That's the only way I'm going to be able to enjoy that game.
What
Where
are you
can
going to do
people
when the
find that?
playoff comes?
This is going to be resolved by then. But look, man, and
You
this is
think
the
so?
last. Yeah, it has to be. The NFL thing is what's going to change this. It's the numbers that ESPN is going to be losing off Monday Night Football. It's not the college football stuff. It's the NFL that's going to drive this thing. The problem I have, and I promise we can end the show here. There's never been a better time to be a student athlete because of NIL, the earning
Yes.
power of these students,
sure.
which I'm all for, by the way. Okay, good on y'all. There's never been a better time to be a head coach because of the 8-figure
Buyouts.
amounts of money that these guys are making when they sign and the other 8 figures that they're getting paid when they leave. There has never been a worse time in the history of college sports to be a fan of college sports than right now.
Bingo.
This is this TV stuff, the carriage disputes is out of control. The ticket prices are out of control. The travel involved, if I want to go see my team play, is out of control. What happened to regional rivalries, man? What happened to getting in a car, driving to a game? It's too much, man. It's too much. The fans are having to pay the price here. It ain't great. It's not sustainable either. This stuff needs to stop. Go ahead, Felder.
One thing that we've done, and it's very cool, I know this is not a thing that you're interested in, Stephen, but I have a kind of a group chat with the fathers of my daughter's friends. We go to Queens University in Charlotte. We go to Queens games. It is a great price. They get to see like Division I athletes, and it's not the same thing as like having to drive to Chapel Hill, having to get a hotel, having to bring somebody else if we're going to go out at night to like watch my kid. This is just an in out. They have day games during the day. So if you have a local college, small school, like if we were still in Chicago, we'd probably go to some DePaul like softball games and stuff. So if you have a local college, like something small but still they play big time ball.
I have one of those. One of those. It's called Wake Forest, and
I know.
And we take advantage of that. Yeah, we go all the time.
It's really good.
The carriage dispute stuff, man. Enough is enough. Like, I don't feel sorry for Disney and those billionaires. I also don't feel sorry for Google and YouTube TV because those guys are sitting on fat stacks either. Just figure this shit out, guys. We want to watch ball.
Yeah, it sucks, and I totally agree with you on that. I just am saying like it's the same thing as like shop local, right?
Yeah, but Tripp and I are just making these peaks. We're just trying to watch these games.
Hostage, and then finally get them to go over to your bullshit app that doesn't work half as good as the YouTube TV app. Like YouTube TV, it works. It's easy to use. It's a great like interface set up. It's user friendly. The other shit that we've been having to use here for the last week is awful. It's terrible.
Hey, look at me. No notes because I don't
yeah.
Your boy I'm still plugged into the Matrix.
Yeah, Spectrum's got you by the balls, bro. But that's okay. It works. I'm happy for you, and I'm not rooting against you. Unlike Tripp's picks, I'm not rooting against you, Felder. I want you to keep your internet. I want you to keep your cable. I do. I want that for you. Folks, that's the show.
I was going to say the only thing that we used to have Xfinity, and they had a microphone. They had a remote control that you could just talk into, and then it would just go to the channel you wanted. And once a week at least, my wife complains that Spectrum doesn't have that. So if you're listening, Spectrum,
they're not listening.
Get the voice control mic.
Do you have to pee, Hartzell?
I doubt they're listening. No, I'm rocking and rolling because I'm ready to wrap up this show. I need to go medicate myself.
A few more minutes.
I need to go medicate. I mean, we're all struggling. We're just trying to stay healthy here. There you go. Cheers for Michael Felder at In the Bleachers on Twitter, Tar Heel 24/7, Tripp, the Lock Doctor on Twitter at Locks of the Doc. If you want more of Tripp in your life, well, guess what, folks? It's called the Phil Steele Show. It's in the feed. You can get Tripp's takes. Him and Phil just talking ball. You love to see it. Also, shout out to David Kahn, who is also a member of the show. Who contributes as well. Thank you guys for listening. Enjoy these Week 11 games, and we will be back on Tuesday with Roddy Jones. Tripp, feel better, buddy. Seriously, man. Feel better.
Get you
a little tea, maybe a little brown water, maybe a little dark liquor. A
little lemon in there.
A little lemon, a little honey. Get some rest. More importantly, get some rest, dude. Get off the sticks. Put the PlayStation away. Get some rest, okay?
I have a PlayStation.
Thank you guys for listening. We'll talk to you soon.